Hey, what's up? This is Tron Moses, and I'm a photographer and a videographer. And today we're going to talk about why I quit photography. Okay, so as far as photography go, let me go back and give you a little history. My photography actually started from rejection. It started back in the days when MySpace was going strong, and I used to follow these brothers. Some of y'all probably know them in Atlanta, two twin brothers. One is Mr. Gino, he's on Facebook, and his brother named Kalichi. So they used to do extraordinary MySpace pages. I mean, they was doing dope pages like I haven't seen anybody else doing, with HTML codes and all of that. And Mr. Gino started taking people and putting them into different backgrounds, cutting them out of the background they in, the photo they in, and put them in different backgrounds. And so I was amazed at how believable his photos was. I'm telling you, it looked like those people were really in the scenes that he put them in. And so I decided I want to do that. I said, like, that looked dope. I want to do that. So I eventually got Photoshop. As a matter of fact, I hit him up to ask him, hey, how do I cut a person out the background? He told me, but that method is not the method I use today. It's not the method I use for most of my photography work, but he told me how to do it. And then I started taking my MySpace friends, I started taking their photos, and I would take them and cut them out the background and put them to another background. Now, some people, when they saw this, they loved the photo. They're like, thank you, that's nice. That's nice. I wouldn't ask nobody permission. I would just take a photo, do it, then send it to them, you know? So there was quite a few girls I did that with, and even guys too, and they loved the photos when I sent them the photos. It was dope. It was dope. It wasn't as good as his stuff, but it was good. It was aight. It was aight. I ain't gonna front. But look, all right. So one day there was this model. She was my I'm about to say my Facebook friend. She was my MySpace friend, and so I took her photos one day, and I put her to another background, and I sent them to her just like I did with everybody else. But when I sent her those photos, she got mad. She was highly upset. She was like, how you get my photos? Where you get my photos from? These ain't even on MySpace. And I'm like, hold up, is this chick crazy? Where else would I get them from? I didn't even know the girl. Where else would I get your photos from? But now that I think back to it, maybe she took them off between the time I took it and did it and gave it to her, or maybe she just forgot they was online. I don't know. But anyway, she was highly upset and she deleted me. So then I remember saying to myself, this is how my photography started. I remember saying to myself, this is 2008. I remember saying to myself, you know what? I'll just buy a camera and use my own photos and put people to the background, different backgrounds. So that's exactly how my photography started. Had she liked her photos, I probably wouldn't be a photographer right now. But because she rejected me, she rejected what I gave her, it pushed me forward to want to do photography and then graphic design with my own photos. So that's a little background right there. I started doing photography in 2008. My first camera was a Nikon D60. My second camera was a Nikon D90. Then after the Nikon D90, I moved to a Nikon D800, and that was my last Nikon. But I have had a couple of Canon cameras in between there. I had a Canon 20D, and I also had a Canon T2i. Yeah, but I didn't stick with Canon. No, and the reason I went with Canon is because Canon has better color science than Nikon. I don't know about now because I don't follow neither one of them now. I'm with Sony, but Canon always had great colors, and I just wanted those colors. Now I'm gonna tell you something. It really don't matter what camera you buy because you could push the colors in Photoshop, but I always liked the colors of Canon. Even when I saw people photos online, I just loved the colors. So I called myself leaving Nikon, going to Canon. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going back to Nikon. Went back to Nikon. And so that's a little bit of my journey. And then somewhere along the lines, I became a strobist. What is a strobist? I shoot with artificial light. I love shooting with lights outside. People have asked me in the past, like, the sun is out. Why are you shooting with a light? Because I like the look. I don't like the look of the sun shining on my subject. You don't want the sun shining on your subject and your subject squinting in the photos. I love the way light looks when it hit the subject. So that's why I even to this day, I'm a strobist. I love strobist photography. I love natural light photography as well, but not for myself. I love it when I see other photographers do it, but I do not like it for myself. Not at all. So a lot of people was hitting me up. They was loving my style. I even had a cousin that told me one time, that cousin that does photography that told me one time, this girl hit her up. And I knew the girl she was talking about because me and the girl was Facebook friends, but I didn't know her in person. She said this girl hit her up and said, look, I want you to do my photos like Tron Moses do his photos. So I was like, wow, that's very disrespectful to tell another photographer. Like, why you ain't just hit me up? You know? That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I was thinking, and I realized why she didn't hit me up, because she wanted somebody cheaper. She wanted what I gave, but she wanted it cheaper. She didn't want to pay the price. And I ran into that a lot in photography. Even when I used to charge $100, people had a problem with that price. I had been on the phone one time with somebody and I told them my price. I said, $150. And I heard them on the phone gasp. Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of times when people live in small towns, they have a small town mentality. Because I don't care where you live. $150 is not a whole lot for a photo shoot. You'll see people spending that on shoes. You'll see people spending that on coats. You'll see people spending way more than that on a television. You'll see people spending way more than that. People will spend that on what they want. They don't have a problem with the price. They just have a problem with giving it to you. So the person had a problem with giving that to me. And they're like, all right, well, I'm going to get back with you. And I knew then that I would never hear from this person again. Not photography-wise. Because I heard them gasp when I said $150. If you making minimum wage, you can afford a $150 photo shoot. Trust me. So I went on and I'm doing photography. I'm doing my thing. And people are loving my photography. But somewhere along the line, I stopped loving it. But let me back up a little bit. I loved photography so much that after a photo shoot, I would come straight home and get right to it. I would get in the computer, get right to it, get to people photos. Even though I would tell people a week for your photos, 7 business days for your photos or whatever, 2 weeks, whatever I told them back at that time, I really didn't need that much time because I finished their photos in one day. And also back then, I didn't do like most photographers do now. I didn't do like three to 5 to 10 edits. I would edit everything. So when people were complaining about my prices, I'm like, do you understand what you're getting? I'm giving you quality. Two, I'm editing all your photos. And the only reason I edited all the photos, even though I knew some photographers didn't even do stuff like that, because I never wanted people to put unedited photos online. But I'm gonna be honest with you, now I don't care. You wanna put an unedited photo online, go ahead. Because I'm not editing all photos no more. But back then I used to edit all photos. I would come home, put the SD card right in the computer, pull it up in Photoshop, Camera Raw, and just get started. Because I had such a passion and love for photography. So anyway, I don't want to make this too long, and I'm gonna just get right to the point. But somewhere along the line, I lost that passion for photography. I used to watch photography videos every single day, not all day long. I would watch 1, 2, maybe 3 videos a day, every single day. I was a student, always a student. No matter how good people said I was or how good people say I am, I was always a student of photography and just wanted to learn more. So I would just soak it up. I would watch videos, soak up lighting videos, soak up retouching, soak up all of that. But somewhere along the line, I lost that passion for it. And people were trying to encourage me. Let me tell you, I didn't lose the passion for it because nobody was coming to me. Clients were coming to me. Let me tell you, there were several women who didn't want anybody to do their wedding but me. And that's the only thing I regret. I don't regret passing up on photo shoots. I had some clients who were very successful, who got money, big houses. And you know what? I've passed up on them. I've introduced them to other photographers so they could get their photo shoots. Photographers I know produce quality as good or better than mine. But I lost the passion. But the women that wanted me to do their weddings that I passed up on, those are the only things that I regret. I regret not doing those weddings. Not because the money, because they thought so highly of my work and my quality that they wanted me to do it. As a matter of fact, one woman just told me recently that she wished I would have did it because the photographer that she hired messed up her photos. But I lost the passion. People were trying to encourage me. I didn't feel like I needed encouragement because I wasn't down about photography. It wasn't like I'm sitting somewhere like people are not coming to me. They're not appreciating my work. It wasn't nothing like that. I lost the passion. It just was no longer there. And I have no answer for, even though the video is called Why I Quit Photography, I really truly have no answer for why I quit photography. I don't know. I just up and lost the passion, you know? I was shooting with Nikon. I was shooting with art lenses. I had Alien Bees. I had, what is that? I had Flashpoint Explorer, or some of you might know it as Godox AD 600. Same thing. I had quality gear. People were contacting me. But I was turning down stuff for a long time. Turning down stuff. My wife would be telling me, no, do it. You're a photographer. I wasn't feeling it. I was not feeling it. But watch this. And me turning away from photography and telling people I'm not doing photography no more, I found a new passion, and that's videography. So now I have video cameras. Now I have a lot of video equipment. And then somewhere along the line, I fell back in love with photography. I truly don't know how that happened, but have you ever lost your passion for something and then found it again? I remember doing a wedding, and this guy, he probably watching right now. I remember doing a wedding, and, well, first of all, let me say, the bride contacted me first to do the photos for the wedding. I told her, no, I don't do photography no more. She said, oh, okay. And then she contacted me a week or two later and said, will you do the video? I told her I do videos now. But I guess she didn't want that at the time, but she contacted me a week or two later and asked me, will I do video? So I said, yeah. And then there was a guy there, he was doing photography. And I was telling him I quit. And he was like, no, man, the game needs you. The game needs you. Start running down to me all the photos I took that he liked and stuff. And I've done a bunch of weddings and had weddings booked for videography without having any work to show. People appreciate, look, and I'm telling you this because I think people base this off the quality of photography that I was producing. Because I booked 4 weddings without having one video to show them. They solely based it off the quality of photography that I was producing. And I gave all of them good quality. But back to photography, I don't know why I lost the passion. I don't know why I lost the passion, but I want to say this to y'all. Anything that you're involved in, whether it's school, whether it's work, whether it's photography, whether it's hair, barber, whatever, keep pursuing it diligently, daily. Keep going after it. Keep pursuing it. And I'm not saying this is my reason, but even when things slow down for you, take that time to master your craft. Take that time to pursue your passion so that fire don't burn out. Because somewhere along the line, my fire burnt out. And it's nobody's fault but mine. But now that fire is back, that passion is back. So now I'm back. I watch YouTube videos every day again. Now I'm doing YouTube videos. That passion is back. So I want to say to y'all also, sign up for my 4-hour shootout. I have a 4-hour shootout coming. We're going to spark that fire on the inside of you. We got lighting. We got different stuff that we're going to be doing. It's a 4-hour shootout. We will have a model present. I want y'all to be a part of that. You can go on my website and go to my artistry store and you'll see the flyer. Click on that. And when you pay for that and register, you'll immediately get a download from there and you'll be registered. So I pray you join us. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So make sure you're a part of that. I just want to share what I know with you. And this ain't nothing I'm going to be holding back on like, nah, I ain't going to tell them this because they're going to be better than me. Look, we can all make money. We can all make money, all right? It's enough money for all of us. A lot of people making money in the world right now. One person can't make all the money. Come on now. Everybody not going to come to me. Everybody not going to go to you. You got to understand your lane. Look, I'm a portrait photographer. Some people out there shoot bikini. I don't shoot bikini, so that person not going to come to me. I don't shoot short dresses. That person not going to come to me. It's a lot of people that's not going to come to me. They're going to come to you because they see more value in what you produce than what they see in mine. Or some may see that my price is too high, so they might come to you. Or they might see your price is too high, whatever, vice versa. But one person not going to get all the business. So I don't mind sharing the knowledge that I have. And also, not only am I sharing the knowledge that I have, I'm also sending you 3 videos after the 4-hour shootout. You're getting a processing video, how to process your photos. You're getting a retouching video, how to retouch your photos. And after that, you're getting another video. You're getting them all 3 at the same time, part 1, part 2, part 3, and how to save your videos for the web, for Facebook, for Instagram, wherever you want to put them. So anyway, don't lose your passion. Keep that fire burning. I'm Tron Moses and I'm signing out.